Mexico boasts a populace of 128.5 million and spans an area of 1,972,550 square kilometers, ranking it 13th in terms of global land area. The nation has navigated through tumultuous periods, such as the early 20th century Mexican Revolution, which resulted in over 1 million casualties and subsequent years of political upheaval. The devastating 1985 earthquake in Mexico City claimed the lives of more than 10,000 residents and left the city in ruins. An intense battle against drug cartels has led to pervasive violence, corruption, and infringements on human rights. The majority of Mexico's terrain is mountainous and dry, with only about 12% being conducive to farming. It's susceptible to a variety of natural calamities, including hurricanes, floods, droughts, and quakes. Yet, in the face of these challenges, Mexico emerges as a beacon of economic hope in Latin America. It's predicted to experience increasing prosperity in the foreseeable future, as per J.P. Morgan Chase & Company. While Brazil appears to be entering a downturn, Mexico stands firmly grounded. What's driving Mexico's upward trajectory? As reported by the World Bank, Mexico's GDP stood at 1.2722 trillion in 2022, accounting for 0.57% of global economic output. This positions Mexico as the world's 15th largest economy in terms of nominal GDP and the 13th when considering purchasing power. The GDP per capita in Mexico, indicating the mean earnings per individual, was $9,600 in 2022, surpassing nations like Brazil and Colombia. In 2022, Mexico's economy surged by 3.1%, following a robust recovery of 4.7% in 2021, after witnessing an 8.0% downturn in 2020 due to the pandemic. Now, both employment and GDP metrics have rebounded to levels observed before the health crisis. A significant contributor to this recovery is Mexico's geographical advantage and its deep-rooted trade relationship with its top export destination, the U.S., particularly Mexico's manufacturing realm, with a special mention of the automobile sector, has witnessed an upswing due to high vehicle and consumer goods demand from the U.S. Brands like Audi, BMW, Ford, GM, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Mazda, Toyota, and Mercedes-Benz have established their manufacturing bases in Mexico. Recently, Tesla announced its intentions to set up a new facility in Monterrey, Mexico, which promises to attract billions in investments and offer numerous specialized job opportunities. Another growth driver has been a rise in Mexico's internal consumption and investment. This uptick was observed when the national authorities relaxed pandemic-related restrictions and introduced financial aid for families and enterprises. In December 2022, the rate of gross fixed investment escalated by 9.4% year-over-year, marking the swiftest growth since September 2021. This suggests that faith and positivity are rejuvenating the Mexican economic landscape. An economist from J.P. Morgan highlighted Mexico as the beacon of hope in the Latin American region, attributing its strength to enduring foreign demand, internal consumption, and a revival in fixed investments. On the other hand, Brazil's economy declined by 0.2% in the last quarter of 2022, a more significant contraction than anticipated, and it's forecasted to experience further contraction into 2023, signifying a potential technical recession. Mexico's future appears promising, with 5 central factors driving its potential success. Geographical positioning, a pivotal factor in Mexico's economic ascent over the next decade, is its robust trade relationship with the U.S., its primary export destination and principal source of foreign direct investment, FDI. The United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMC, which took effect in July 2020, lays a contemporary groundwork for commerce and investment amongst the trio. It guarantees privileged market entry, safeguards intellectual property, upholds labor and ecological norms, and eases digital commerce. As the U.S. economy thrives, Mexico stands to gain, particularly with the soaring demand for its products in sectors like automotive, electronics, and aerospace. These sectors significantly contribute to its export profile. In 2022, the trade volume between Mexico and the U.S. reached $780 billion, positioning Mexico as the U.S.'s second-largest trade ally. Moreover, U.S. exports to Mexico bolstered about 1.2 million jobs in 2022. Mexico also welcomed an FDI of $36.8 billion from the U.S. in the same year, amounting to 40% of its entire FDI influence. Trade and investment influence, such commerce and investment dynamics, fuel Mexico's economic progress, enhancing its efficiency, market edge, and innovation capacities. Significance of remittances. An often underestimated element in Mexico's economy is remittances. An estimated 11.6 million individuals of Mexican ancestry reside in the U.S. They remit a substantial sum, approximately $38 billion, to Mexico annually. These remittances cater to the essential needs of about 1.6 million households in Mexico, benefiting around 10 million individuals. Vibrant local market. One significant catalyst bolstering Mexico's economy is its expansive and lively internal market. With close to 130 million inhabitants, Mexico ranks as the world's 10th most populated nation and holds the title of the second largest in Latin America. The rising middle class, accounting for approximately 47% of the populace in 2022, ensures robust demand for goods and services, fostering an environment ripe for innovation and entrepreneurial endeavors. Globally, Mexico stands as one of the major consumers of digital platforms, including Spotify, Uber, and Netflix. It's also a magnet for international retailers, with IKE marking its presence by inaugurating its inaugural store in 2021. Such a vibrant local market becomes a pillar of stability and diversification for Mexico, especially in the face of global economic fluctuations. Abundance in natural assets, the wealth of natural resources, is an essential cornerstone for Mexico's upcoming economic expansion. Blessed with oil, gas, an array of minerals, metals, and sustainable energy avenues, these resources serve as significant revenue sources, job creators, and ensure energy reliability. In the global arena, Mexico is recognized as the 12th highest oil producer and the 6th leading oil exporter, boasting an average oil output of 1.7 million barrels daily in 2022. Additionally, Mexico houses the 4th largest shale gas deposits globally and stands second in silver reserves. For 8 years running, Mexico has stood out as the top silver producer, churning out an impressive 6.3 thousand metric tons, with exports valued at $5.2 billion in 2022. The nation is poised to harness its abundant natural resources, aiming for economic diversification, bolstering value-added exports, and steering towards a sustainable, low-carbon future. By 2024, Mexico aims for 35% of its electricity generation to come from renewable sources, with an ambitious goal of 50% by 2050. Furthermore, Mexico engages in regional collaborations like the North American Energy Partnership and the Latin American Energy Organization, endorsing energy synchronization and unified efforts. Investment and reforms. Over recent years, Mexico has introduced a slew of structural reforms aimed at refining its business climate, enhancing competitiveness and fostering societal progress. These pivotal shifts encompass welcoming private participation in the energy sector, fortifying competitive policies, increasing financial accessibility, broadening social security provisions, and elevating the standard of education. Such transformative measures have fortified Mexico's adaptability and growth trajectory while curtailing poverty and economic disparity. With an eye on further amplifying its economic prowess and bridging the socio-economic divide, Mexico is channeling investments into infrastructure, innovation, human resources, and welfare initiatives. As per the National Development Plan for 2019-2024, the nation's blueprint includes directing 25% of its GDP towards both public and private infrastructure by the year 2024. Among the key initiatives, the Maya Rail Circuit stands out, aimed at linking 5 Yucatan Peninsula states to amplify tourism and regional development. This venture comes with a budget of $6.8 billion. Another significant project is the Dos Bocas refinery, slated to be erected in Tabasco, which will lessen Mexico's reliance on foreign fuels, carrying a price tag of $12.5 billion. The Santa Lucia Airport, envisioned in the state of Mexico, is set to supplant the previously scrapped New Mexico City International Airport, demanding an investment of $4 billion. The Transisthmus Corridor, a blend of railways and industrial pathways, cutting through the Isthmus of Tehuantepec, is designed to establish a trading bridge between the Pacific and Atlantic coasts, backed by a $3 billion budget. Each of these undertakings primarily aims to either magnify tourism, encourage interregional commerce, or amplify earnings from natural assets. Mexico is also looking ahead, aiming to cultivate technological advancements and innovative transformations. The plan is to boost public expenditure on R&D, moving from 0.5% to 1% of its GDP by 2024. On top of that, the nation is committed to bolstering human resources by enhancing the accessibility and caliber of educational, health, and social welfare services. Various schemes have been set in motion to provide avenues for young individuals and assist the senior population. Mexico's proximity to the U.S. has its benefits, but it has also experienced a significant brain drain. Between 1990 and 2015, over 1.4 million educated Mexicans pursued the American dream, leaving their homeland. However, Mexico's recent economic and social reforms are anticipated to mitigate this migration and keep more skilled citizens at home, enhancing the nation's productivity and competitiveness in the long run. Yet, a significant impediment to progress is the ongoing war on drugs. This conflict, intensifying since 2006, erodes the nation's economic and societal fabric. The cartels, deeply embedded in many sectors, challenge the state's authority, eroding trust in institutions and perpetuating corruption. The U.S.-backed initiative from President Calderon to deploy the military against these cartels has had lasting implications. Since the commencement of the war on drugs, over 360,000 lives have been lost, with 60,000 individuals missing. The capture and extradition of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, a significant drug lord, to the U.S. in 2017 signaled a firm stance against cartels. Despite past militarized approaches, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador now emphasizes dialogue and reducing corruption, prioritizing justice, dialogue, and international cooperation. Mexico seeks to rebuild trust in its institutions. The country's dedication to these reforms shows promise for a brighter future, despite the challenges presented by the drug trade. See you in the next one.